How often do you wake up feeling just as tired as when you went to bed? If you're over 50 and sleep feels like a puzzle you can't quite solve, you're not alone. And you might be making one of 6 common mistakes that silently sabotage your rest every night. These aren't just small slip-ups. They're habits that slowly chip away at your well-being, from mental fog and daytime fatigue to increased risk of heart disease and memory loss. Poor sleep takes a real toll, especially as we age. And here's the kicker. Most people over 50 don't realize their nightly routine might be doing more harm than good. This video is your wake-up call. We're about to uncover 6 sleep mistakes that are shockingly common among seniors and, more importantly, show you how to fix them with simple, effective changes. You'll learn why these behaviors matter more than ever after 50 and what science says about creating a sleep routine that truly works for your age, lifestyle, and health. Here's the best part. You don't need prescription sleep aids. You don't need to completely overhaul your life. You just need to understand what your body is asking for and how to give it the rest it deserves. The truth. Aging doesn't mean you have to accept poor sleep as normal. Your body still craves quality rest. It just needs the right support, and it starts with breaking the cycle of bad sleep habits. So, if you're tired of tossing and turning, waking up multiple times a night, or dragging through the day, stay with me. You'll walk away with practical, real-world fixes that can change how you sleep and how you live. Because when you sleep better, everything gets better. Your focus, your energy, your mood, even your immune system. Let's reclaim your nights. Let's start with mistake number 1. Irregular sleep schedules. One of the most common and most overlooked sleep mistakes seniors make is not having a consistent sleep schedule. When you're retired or semi-retired, it's easy to lose track of bedtime. You might stay up watching late-night TV one night, then hit the pillow early the next. Some mornings start at 6 a.m. Others, not until 9. It feels harmless, right? But here's the truth. Irregular sleep patterns confuse your internal clock or circadian rhythm, the system in your brain that regulates when you feel alert and when you feel sleepy. And the older we get, the more sensitive this system becomes. Your circadian rhythm relies on consistency and routine. Without those anchors, your body doesn't know when to start winding down or when to prepare to wake up. You're essentially putting your sleep on shuffle mode, and the result is often light, broken, unsatisfying rest. When your sleep and wake times constantly change, your body doesn't know when to release melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. You end up fighting your own biology. This leads to poor quality sleep, difficulty falling asleep, and waking up in the middle of the night without knowing why. Impact on older adults. Even worse, inconsistent sleep routines are linked to higher risks of depression, heart disease, obesity, and cognitive decline, especially in people over 50. In fact, studies show that irregular sleep patterns can speed up biological aging markers, making your body feel older than it is. In one study, seniors with irregular sleep patterns were found to have more fatigue, more daytime drowsiness, and even more frequent falls, all from simply shifting their sleep times around too often. And it's not just about the number of hours you sleep. Timing plays a crucial role. Sleeping from 2 o'clock a.m. to 10 a.m. isn't the same as sleeping from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., even if the total hours match. Why? Because your circadian rhythm is tied to the natural light-dark cycle. Sleeping during the wrong hours can reduce REM sleep and disrupt your recovery process. But here's the good news. The fix is simple and powerful. Start by choosing a bedtime and a wake-up time that feel realistic and repeatable. Stick to them every day, even on weekends. Yes, even on Sundays. Think of it as setting your internal alarm clock. The more consistent you are, the easier it becomes to fall asleep naturally and stay asleep through the night. Your body loves predictability. Within just a week or two of consistency, you'll likely start falling asleep faster and waking up feeling more refreshed without an alarm clock. If you've been waking up tired or feeling foggy all day, your sleep schedule might be the hidden culprit. It's also important to dim your lights about an hour before bedtime. Bright lights, especially from screens, trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. That disrupts melatonin release and delays sleep onset. Set up a bedtime ritual that signals your brain it's time to wind down. This could be as simple as making a cup of herbal tea, brushing your teeth, reading a few pages of a book, and turning off bright overhead lights. Bonus tip: get exposure to natural light early in the day. Morning sunlight helps reset your circadian rhythm and promotes better sleep that night. Just 15 to 30 minutes of sunlight exposure between 7 and 10 a.m. can do wonders. Consistency builds sleep pressure, a natural drive that builds the longer you're awake. This pressure peaks after 16 to 18 hours of wakefulness. If your bedtime keeps changing, that pressure becomes unpredictable, making sleep either come too early or not at all. Now, let's talk about something many of us do without thinking right before bed. Mistake number 2, too much screen time before bed. You're winding down for the night. You grab your tablet, scroll through the news, maybe check Facebook or catch a few episodes of your favorite show. It feels relaxing, almost like a reward at the end of a long day. But here's what your brain thinks. Oh, it must still be daytime. That glow from your screen, especially phones, tablets, TVs, and laptops, emits blue light. This specific kind of light mimics sunlight, which tells your brain to stop producing melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. And for people over 50, this is a serious issue. As we age, our circadian rhythm becomes more fragile. We're more sensitive to disruptions, and our melatonin production naturally declines. So, when we add blue light on top of that, it's like pouring water on an already flickering flame. The result? You stay alert longer, fall asleep later, and when you finally do drift off, your sleep is often lighter and more fragmented. Studies show that even 30 minutes of screen time before bed can delay melatonin production by up to 90 minutes. That means even if you go to bed at 10 p.m., your body might not actually fall asleep until nearly midnight, and you might not even realize it. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't use my phone in bed. Even watching television from the couch in a dark room can trick your brain, especially if it's action-packed, fast-paced, or emotionally intense content. Content matters just as much as light. One lesser-known issue with screen time is mental stimulation. It's not just about the light, it's about the content. Reading emails, watching emotional videos, or playing games all activate your brain. That keeps your mind buzzing long after you shut the screen off, which delays the natural wind-down process your body needs. Impact on older adults. There's also a feedback loop at play. Poor sleep leads to more tiredness the next day. That tiredness makes us crave distractions like screens in the evening. Then the screens prevent us from sleeping well, and the cycle continues. Breaking that loop starts with reclaiming your evenings. Let's not forget, nighttime is when your brain begins processing the day, storing memories, and preparing to repair your body. When we fill those hours with noise and brightness, we interrupt one of the most essential health routines nature has built into us. If you've been falling asleep later and later, waking up groggy, or feeling wired at night even when you're tired, green habits might be the culprit. Screens aren't evil, but they need to be timed daily. Try setting a tech curfew at least 1 hour before bedtime. Use that time to signal to your brain that it's time to relax. Read a printed book, take a warm bath, listen to calming music, stretch, or simply chat with your spouse or family. Even small tweaks can reduce melatonin suppression and help you wind down more naturally. Also keep in mind the distance from your eyes. Holding a phone close to your face exposes you to more intense light than a television across the room. That's why scrolling in bed can be more disruptive than you think. It's like shining a flashlight into your eyes when you're trying to relax. The great thing, this is one of the easiest habits to fix. You don't have to give up screens entirely. Just shift when and how you use them. Now, let's talk about a seemingly innocent habit that can really throw your sleep off track, especially for seniors. Mistake number 3, napping too long or too late. Naps can be a wonderful thing. A quick afternoon snooze can boost your memory, improve mood, and even lower stress. But there's a catch. And for many seniors, that quick nap becomes a secret sleep saboteur. As we age, it's common to feel sleepy in the afternoon. That's not unusual. Our energy levels naturally dip around 1 to 3 p.m. due to a lull in the circadian rhythm. But here's the mistake. When that nap lasts too long or happens too late in the day, it throws your nighttime sleep into chaos. Why? Because naps use up some of the sleep pressure your brain builds during the day, the natural drive to fall asleep that peaks at night. If you nap for an hour or more, especially after 3 p.m., you may not feel sleepy at bedtime, or worse, you fall asleep and then wake up at 2 a.m., unable to drift off again. And this doesn't just affect one night. Irregular, excessive napping can lead to long-term sleep fragmentation, where your sleep becomes light, broken, and less restorative. Impact on older adults. One study from the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that seniors who napped for more than an hour a day were more likely to experience insomnia, decreased nighttime sleep duration, and higher rates of depression. If you find yourself needing a nap every single day or napping for long periods, it's worth asking, why am I so tired? Poor nighttime sleep, sleep apnea, medications, or even poor diet might be contributing to that daytime fatigue. So, how do you nap the right way? Here's your new nap strategy. Keep it short and early. aim for what sleep researchers call a power nap, 20 to 30 minutes max. That's enough to refresh your brain without entering deep sleep, which can cause grogginess and disrupt your sleep cycle. Timing matters just as much. The ideal nap window is between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Nap any later, and you risk interfering with your natural sleep drive in the evening. Set an alarm, nap in a chair, not a bed. Avoid dark, cold rooms, and don't nap to escape boredom. Nap with purpose. Remember, if you're truly exhausted, a wise nap can help you function. We're halfway through our list, and the next mistake often has to do with what we put into our bodies before bed. Mistake number 4, eating or drinking too late. That evening snack might seem harmless, maybe some crackers, a slice of toast, or even a glass of wine. But what you eat and drink, and more importantly, when you do it, can make or break your sleep quality. Eating or drinking too close to bedtime is one of the most underestimated sleep disruptors, especially for people over 50. As we age, our metabolism slows down, digestion becomes less efficient, and our bodies are more sensitive to late-night habits. When you eat a heavy meal within 2 to 3 hours of bedtime, your body stays busy digesting instead of winding down for sleep. The result? You might feel bloated, uncomfortable, or even wake up in the night with acid reflux or indigestion. Spicy foods, fatty meals, chocolate, citrus fruits, and tomatoes are particularly known for triggering heartburn. Even something as simple as a late-night bowl of pasta can delay your body's readiness to sleep. Late eating also keeps your insulin levels elevated longer than they should be, and that interferes with your body's natural overnight repair processes. For many seniors, caffeine sensitivity increases with age, making it harder to process and flush out of the body. Many people think a nightcap helps them relax and fall asleep faster, and while it's true that alcohol can initially make you drowsy, it actually disrupts the second half of your sleep cycle, leading to more awakenings, less REM sleep, and poor overall rest. Even worse, alcohol is a diuretic, which increases the likelihood you'll wake up during the night to use the bathroom. Water is important too. Drinking too much water late in the evening can backfire, almost guaranteeing you'll be up at least once or twice to go to the bathroom. So, what's the solution? Try to finish dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. If you need a snack, make it something light and sleep-friendly like a small banana, a few almonds, or a piece of toast with almond butter. These contain nutrients like magnesium and tryptophan that can support sleep. Cut off caffeine by 2 p.m. at the latest, and limit alcohol in the evening, or better yet, avoid it entirely if sleep is a struggle. As for water, front-load your hydration earlier in the day. Have a glass with each meal and sip throughout the afternoon. In the evening, taper off, and if you're thirsty before bed, just a few small sips should be enough. Next, let's talk about something often right under our noses, our sleep environment. Mistake number 5, ignoring your sleep environment. Think about the last time you walked into a spa. Soft lighting, calming music, maybe a faint scent of lavender in the air. You instantly feel relaxed, right? That's no accident. Your environment matters, and it matters even more when it comes to sleep. One of the most overlooked causes of poor sleep among seniors is a bedroom that works against rest instead of encouraging it. Your sleep environment is the foundation of your nightly routine. If your room is too warm, too bright, too noisy, or simply uncomfortable, it sends the wrong message to your brain. Instead of time to rest, it says stay alert. Let's start with temperature. The ideal sleep temperature for most people is between 60 to 67 degrees, 15 to 19 degrees. As you fall asleep, your body temperature naturally drops. If your room is too warm, it can interfere with this cooling process, making it harder to fall and stay asleep. Even small amounts of light can disturb melatonin production. This includes street lights, glowing clocks, or even night lights. Noise is another major factor. Traffic, neighbors, barking dogs, or even the hum of appliances can keep your brain slightly alert all night long. If your mattress is over 8 to 10 years old, it may not be supporting your body properly anymore. A saggy or uneven mattress can lead to back pain, joint stiffness, and tossing and turning. Similarly, your pillow should keep your neck aligned with your spine. If you wake up with neck or shoulder pain, your pillow may be the culprit. The right combination of mattress and pillow can significantly reduce pain and improve sleep quality, especially for those with arthritis or other age-related conditions. Use breathable bedding, wear lightweight pajamas, and consider using a fan or adjusting the thermostat to create a cool, comfortable environment. Consider blackout curtains, a sleep mask, or covering bright electronics. If you need a night light for safety, choose one with a red or amber hue, which is less likely to interfere with sleep. Try a white noise machine, a fan, or earplugs to block or mask disruptive sounds. Nature sounds or soft instrumental music can also help some people relax into sleep more easily. Invest in a mattress and pillow that provide proper support and comfort. Finally, and perhaps most critically, let's address a mistake that can have serious health consequences if overlooked. Mistake number 6. Not taking sleep disorders seriously. Some sleep issues aren't just about habits or environment. Sometimes poor sleep stems from an actual medical condition. And one of the most dangerous mistakes seniors make is brushing it off. Many people over 50 assume that waking up frequently, snoring loudly, or feeling exhausted every day is just part of getting older. It's not. These can be signs of serious sleep disorders, and ignoring them can silently sabotage your health in ways you may not even realize. Let's take sleep apnea, for example. This condition causes repeated pauses in breathing throughout the night. Untreated sleep apnea increases your risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and even memory problems or early cognitive decline. Then there's insomnia. Difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early. While a few sleepless nights here and there are common, chronic insomnia should never be ignored. It's not just frustrating. It increases inflammation, weakens your immune system, and has been linked to anxiety, depression, and even a shortened lifespan. Restless leg syndrome is another underdiagnosed condition, especially in older adults. That irresistible urge to move your legs, often accompanied by crawling or tingling sensations, can make falling asleep feel impossible. What's common among all these disorders is how easily they're dismissed. I'm just a light sleeper. I've always snored. It's just my age. These explanations delay diagnosis and treatment, and in the meantime, your brain and body suffer. The longer these problems go unchecked, the more damage they quietly inflict. The good news is that most sleep disorders are treatable, often with simple interventions. For sleep apnea, a CPAP machine or even a custom mouthpiece can make a world of difference. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia is a proven approach that helps rewire how your brain approaches sleep. For restless leg syndrome, certain medications or lifestyle adjustments can bring relief and restore restful nights. But it all starts with awareness and the courage to bring it up. If you snore loudly, wake up choking or gasping, feel tired every day despite a full night in bed, or experience anything that seems off with your sleep, talk to your doctor. Don't downplay it or assume it's just part of getting older. Your body is trying to tell you something, and your health, your brain, your heart, your quality of life depends on listening. Next, we'll wrap things up with a powerful recap of everything we've covered and remind you why better sleep isn't just possible, but essential. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of the game. Sleep isn't just a background process. It's the engine that powers everything from your mood and memory to your immune system and heart. You've now seen the 6 biggest sleep mistakes seniors make: irregular sleep schedules, too much screen time before bed, napping too long or too late, eating or drinking too close to bedtime, neglecting your sleep environment, and not taking sleep disorders seriously. Each one might seem small on its own, but together they create a perfect storm that keeps you tired, foggy, and frustrated. The good news is you don't need to fix everything overnight. Start with one change. Maybe it's setting a consistent bedtime. Maybe it's keeping your phone out of the bedroom. Maybe it's finally talking to your doctor about that snoring you've been brushing off. Whatever it is, give yourself the gift of better sleep, one step at a time. Because when you sleep better, everything changes. You think more clearly. You feel more energetic. Your body heals. You laugh more. You enjoy life more. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a necessity. And you absolutely deserve to feel well-rested, alert, and alive, not just sometimes, but every single day. If this video helps shine a light on even one area of your sleep routine that could improve, then it's already a win. If you want more tips on health, wellness, and thriving after 50, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Elderly Health Journal, and share it with someone you care about. There's always a path to feeling better, and sometimes it starts with simply getting a better night's sleep.